My bike is going up the lamppost sign and all I can see is heaven. All I can see is heaven and clouds. Oh, no, that's how rough riders roll. What's good, guys? It's your girl CHANNETTECARLEOTELEVISION back. Wait, why did it so close? Hold on. Blood clots. Whoa, wait. What's good, it's your girl CHANNETTECARLEO back with another one, and yeah, we're doing up another story time. A lot of you said that you enjoyed my last story time and this is what you want to see from me, so I've started digging out the stories from the back catalogue, innit? As you can tell from the title, girl, this is another situation where I almost lost my life, girl. I don't know what I was doing when I was younger. When I check the situation, I have to give thanks to God that I'm even here, that I'm even still alive. Because all of these situations, I need to do a video about what I would tell my younger self, because I'd have to tell her off, honestly. Before I get into the video, if this is your first time coming across my channel, what's good? It's your girl CHANNETTECARLEO. New content, fresh content, hype content every week. If you f with me heavy, hit the subscribe button. You're done now already. Let's get into the story time. So first off, big up all the people that support me and tell me, you know what I mean, that I look young and them things there. But honestly, I'm a big woman. My baby girl days are coming to an end almost, but I'm still young at heart. But I say all this to say that when I was younger, you know, I was a little bit lit. I was doing City Girl Summer long before a lot of these people right now. But these times, they didn't really have Instagram and Snapchat around, because if they did, I'll probably be on like 1 million subscribers right now. During my City Girl Summer days, before City Girls was even here, me and my girls, we would go to Ayia Napa a lot. That was the City Girl spot back then, okay? Like, Ayia Napa was just popping off fresh. Like, it's old and rusty now. I don't even think people go there now. Like, it's a very basic holiday. But back then, it was the place to be. Everything was turn up. So as per normal, we went to Ayia Napa like we do every summer, me and my girls. There was like 16 of us. I think this was like our second time going to Ayia Napa. So the first time there was like a few of us. But then obviously, because it was so lit the first time, everyone wanted to get involved the second trip around. So yeah, there was about 16 of us going from London, and in Ayia Napa back then, everyone used to get around on mopeds. I don't know how it is now, but back in our day, it was like everyone gets around on mopeds. So we all got mopeds for the duration of our holiday. Now, I didn't have my driver's license at the time, which should tell you how young I was, but you didn't need it in Ayia Napa. They didn't care about none of that. As long as they had some ID, they were good. So I gave them my passport, and I didn't feel any way about giving them my passport, because as I said, I had been to Ayia Napa before and this was normal. So me and my girls got bikes, 50cc peds, and they're easy to operate and easy to drive. Like, really and truly, you don't really need a driving license to drive them, as long as you're not being stupid. And we used that to like get around Ayia Napa. You know, it was like rolling around, beeping. That was our means of travel. Anyway, somewhere in the holiday, somebody, one of my friends, got a bright idea that they wanted to go to Larnaca. Now, Larnaca is a few miles from Ayia Napa, but it had like a big mall there, and a lot of the girls wanted to go there, shop, get presents for their family and stuff. Like, I understood that. So I'm like, okay, let's go, but how we finna go there? So then everyone's like, well, we take our bikes, innit? So obviously, like, I'm like the leader of the turn up girls back then. I was like the Megan Stallion of the hot girl summer. So I wasn't trying to be like the downer, but I was like, girls, you do know that we are not supposed to ride 50cc bikes on the motorway, because we would have to take the motorway to get to Larnaca. And they was like, yeah, but you know, it's only a couple of miles, it's cool, whatever. And I'm just thinking, girl, because I was involved in a crash prior to this in London that kind of affected me. So I was like, I weren't too honest. Do you get what I mean? But at the same time, we was in Napa, we was young, and obviously I'm the Megan Stallion of the group. I'm running this hot girl summer, so I couldn't be the downer. Do you get me? I'm never the Debbie Downer in the party when it's the turn up. I'm always the girl turning shit up. I'm always the one keeping shit lit. Like, that's just me. That's my downfall. So I'm like, alright, cool, whatever. Do you get what I mean? I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm just trying to look out for you girls. Do you get what I mean? You lot are new to Napa. You lot are new to this moped thing, this 50cc thing. Do you get me? I don't know if you lot can really manage this motor on the motorway. But cool, you lot want to do it. You lot are big people in it. We're all big people. Or so we thought. So we decided to go to Larnaca. As I said, there was like 16 of us. So obviously, as I'm the leader of the pack, I'm at the front, innit? I know my thing. Like, I've done this before. I've ridden peds before, whatever. I'm thinking I'm big and bad and bougie or whatever. I'm at the front. So I'm like leading the gang, doing directions, because I'm also very good at that. Like I'm not a person that generally can get lost like that. I'm good at following signs and stuff like that. I'm the navigator of the gang. Like, you're never going to be lost with me. Always roll with me. Well, maybe not after you hear this story. But yeah, so we're driving down the motorway, and we've been driving now for like about maybe 45 minutes, you know, we've still got like another 45 minutes to go. So I'm in the front of everyone. Everyone's kind of like riding behind me. So I'm like checking the signs, just making sure that we're going the right way. Do you get what I mean? Like, I don't want none of my girls to get lost. I've got everybody. Like, that's me. I've got everybody. So then we get to like a point in the road where it's about to, there's an exit coming up. So basically the road has a fork in it. So it's like a little triangle like this. And so if you're riding straight, you can go straight. Or if you're coming off, you can come off. And it's like a little green island right here with a sign in the middle. Okay, cool. So I'm riding up to the sign, and I can see that the sign says Larnaca to my left, okay? So I'm like, cool. As I have been directing these girls along the journey, saying left and right, I do a quick turn around and I'm like, to the left, to let them know that we're coming off this exit, girl. So I've turned, girl. I'm like, yeah, bitches, like, we turn into the left. Bitch, as I turn back, as I turned back from doing this, all I see is at the island where the sign is, my bike is going up the lamppost sign, and all I can see is heaven. All I can see is heaven and clouds. I have gone up, my bike has gone up the pole where the sign is. I've gone past the Larnaca sign. I've seen the Larnaca sign on my way up to the sky. My body has dropped back down into the middle of this island where the green is and the sign is. I don't have my bike anymore. I'm in the middle of the green. I can't feel any pain. So I'm like, ah, cool, that's me, innit? Man's dead, innit? Rest in peace, Channette. Rest in peace, Channette Carleo, for thinking that you're a future navigation system. And mind you, remember, all these girls are behind me. All these girls are behind me. Don't think these girls ain't seen me fly up into the air. My bike has diminished across the motorway. I've landed back down in the green island. And these girls have continued their journey to Larnaca. Most of these bitches have continued their journey to Larnaca. So we'll get to that in a minute, but yeah, right now I can't feel no pain. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm dead. I'm done out here. That's it. It's over. My life is over. I don't feel no pain and I think I'm dead. So I'm literally looking for my body because I feel like, okay, I've come out of my body. I've come out of my soul. My bike, I can see my bike scattered around the motorway. I can see bits and pieces, the wheel, the this, the that. So I'm like, cool, I'm dead. I'm looking for my body now, innit? Because I can't feel no pain, nothing. So I'm like, I'm dead. Have to be dead. I'm looking for my body. I'm on the grass. I'm leaning down on the grass. I'm on all fours, like patting, looking for my body to see where I am because I believe like I've came out of my body. But as I've bent down and like I'm patting the grass looking for my body, I see blood dripping from my chin. And I'm like, if blood is dripping from my chin, I'm alive. I am alive. So then I touch my chin and I'm like, I feel blood coming out of my chin and I'm like, shit then. I had a scratch here and a scratch up in my eyebrow that still remains to this day. But other than that, I had landed on the grass section of the island. Thank God I didn't land on the tarmac. I didn't land on the concrete. I landed on the grass section of the island. That softened my blow. Like I was bruised, but during the shock I couldn't feel no bruising, and I had a little cut under my chin and a little cut near my eyebrow that was bleeding. But other than that, I was fine. My bike was, if I was my bike, if I had landed how my bike had landed, I would have been dead because there were pieces on my bike to the left, there were pieces on my bike to, like, my bike was everywhere, but I was in one piece on the grass. So I've looked up, none of my girls are there, none of them. And then I see two of them in the distance, like trying to turn their bikes back and walk down with their bikes because we're on the motorway, so they're trying to like walk and push their bikes down. But the rest of them 14 girls had gone to Larnaca. So I thought, you know what, cool, they couldn't stop. Like the speed that we was going, they just couldn't stop. Like they seen what happened, but they'll come off the next exit, like they'll come and find us. So then all of a sudden, girl, we're faced with the next dilemma because we have crossed the border now. I don't know how it works, I can't remember exactly, but in Cyprus they have a border. and once you cross the border, you're dealing with a different kind of authorities than you would be in Ayia Napa. And basically, the border that we have crossed, basically the authorities weren't fucking with us. They weren't fucking about with us. So straight away, I was panicking because I was thinking, shit, then I'm going jail. Guy Joe in Cyprus, like Guy Joe in Cyprus. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna finesse this. So we start coming up with some story. I'm like, to the two girls that have stopped, my two riders that have stopped for me, I'm like, listen, we're just gonna say someone knocked me off the road. Do you get me? It wasn't my fault. I don't have money to pay for this bike that is now in pieces. All of this stuff. So anyway, the police come and we're trying to finesse them with our story, girl, and our story just don't make no kind of sense. And then on top of it, there's a witness, there's a snitch. There's a snitch that has said that I just came off the road, like no one hit me in it. So anyway, the police were really nice. They weren't actually as bad as we thought they was gonna be. I didn't get arrested, but they did call the bike shop company, and the bike shop company came and the man was mad. The man was, I was actually more scared when the man came from the bike shop than when the police turned up, because he was just moving mad. He basically picked up the pieces of the bike and put them in the back of the truck and put us in this truck, and he was cussing me in Cypriot all the way back. I don't know what he was saying, but I know that he was ready to kill me. He was ready to kill me. So I had to go back. I had to make a few calls, girls, because they wanted like £1,000 for the bike from me, girl. I didn't even take £1,000 on holiday, I'm not gonna lie. So I was like, what do you mean? I don't have the £1,000. Like, as I said, I was very young then. Like, I had some money on me, but this was towards the end of the trip as well. Like, I don't have £1,000 for you, innit, boss? Like, give me back my passport. And they weren't trying to give me back my passport, girl. So now on top of it, not only had I nearly died, I broke the bike, but I wasn't gonna be able to go home. They were trying to keep me under a citizen's arrest in Ayia Napa. So basically, I had to phone my boyfriend at the time. I didn't even tell him at the time what really happened. I just told him, look, I scraped the bike, they've got my passport, and they don't want to give me my passport for this scratch. I didn't tell him that man was trying to go shopping up Larnaca on the motorway, 50cc bike, you get me? But obviously, that was then. He's probably going to watch this now and be pissed because he sent me the money, but my G's pissed anyway, do you get me? Man ain't with me no more, so he's gonna be pissed regardless. This ain't gonna make no difference. But yeah, so I had to call him, and I was giving him a story. I was crying. I was like, look, you need to send me some money, otherwise I can't come home. You will no longer have a girlfriend. I can't come home. So basically, I had to finesse baby boy to send me the money. So he sent it. He had to send it, and I paid them. They gave me back my passport, and yeah, everything was cool. But what was not cool was the 14 girls that let me tell you about these bitches. The girls that did not stop actually went to Larnaca. They went to Larnaca shopping centre, shopped, sat down and had something to eat, and then decided to come back on their bikes home after they saw me fly up in the air to heaven. Wow! They saw me fly up in the air, die, and come back to life. They decided to go on their way to Larnaca. And like, I literally couldn't believe it. I fell out with like 10 of them because I couldn't understand the notion that you had seen me die, basically, and still make your way to go on a shopping spree. These times I'm the one trying to look out for everyone, trying to give the directions. Me, I'm trying to say, if I didn't say go left, I should have just gone left and gone back my business. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to be the one that and this is my downfall. I'm always the lit one. I'm always the one that is looking out for people, and nobody ain't looking out for me. But you know what? That was then. That was my little story time. Like, my advice is to not drive a ped unless you've had the proper training. Definitely not go on a motorway, and just really think about your friends and who you're going on holiday with. But yeah, guys, that was my story time about when I died and came back to life. Like, for half a second, I thought I was dead. I thought I was dead, girl. Like, I can't believe that I only came away with a scratch to my face. Like, we thank God. We thank God that I'm still here today, that, you know, I've come forward in life, that I had a whole child. Because if I would have died then, I would have never had none of these things. But you get me, we move. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that story time. If you did, make sure you go ahead and thumbs up the video. Also, make sure you go ahead and share it with your people then. Make sure you click your notification bell because I'm going to have more videos up this week. I love you guys. You're done already, and I'll see you in my next one. Mwah!